Hey guys, this is Mr. C, and in this video we're going to be looking at some equations with variables on both sides. All right, so we're going to have some examples here. The first one, 3x minus 10 is equal to 2x plus 7. The goal is to get the variables on one side and then the constants on the other. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 2x on both sides, like this. These will cancel, additive inverses. 3 minus 2 is 1. Bring down my minus 10 is equal to positive 7. Okay, now I'm down to a one-step equation. That's nice. Add 10 to both sides, bring down my x, and x is equal to positive 17. All right, next example, a lot like that one. 12 minus 6x is equal to 3x minus 3. I'm going to go ahead and add 6x to both sides. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want my result to be positive on one side or the other for my x's. Bring my 12 down. 3 and 6 make 9. And I'm left with a two-step equation. So you always get rid of the constant first. 12 plus 3 is 15. Divide by 9. And now I've got x is equal to 15 over 9. Can I simplify this? I can divide them both by 3. Now we get 5 over 3 for my final answer for that one. All right, this one, I'm going to add 2x to both sides. Cancel those. 3 plus 2 makes 5x. Bring down my plus 2 equals negative 8. Two-step equation, subtract 2, bring down my 5x equals negative 10, divide by 5, and it looks like x is going to be equal to negative 2 for that one. 15x plus 22 is equal to negative 7x plus 18. I'm going to add 7x to both sides. You just have to do something to get the whole thing going here. And I'm choosing to add 7x to both sides. 15 and 7 make 22x. Plus 22 is equal to 18. And then I'm going to subtract 22. Cancel those. Bring down my 22x is equal to, and that should give me a negative 4 over here. Divide by 22. And it looks like x is equal to negative 4 over 22. And I can actually take each of those and divide them by 2, right? And I would get negative 2 over 11 for my final answer. All right, let's step it up a little bit. This one, I see this side. I can probably take these two guys and combine them together first. 5x and 2x makes 7x. Still minus 3 equals 13 minus x. Now I'm going to add x to both sides. Move it to that side over there because you got to get the variables on one side. 7 and 1 make 8. Okay, now I'm going to add 3 to both sides. Bring down my 8x. 13 plus 3 is 16. Divide by 8. And 16 divided by 8 is 2. So x is equal to 2. Okay, this one, before I start moving anything around, I need to distribute this 2 and get rid of parentheses. So it looks like I'm going to have 6x minus 8 is equal to 3x. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to subtract 6x on both sides to see what happens. Negative 8 is equal to, and 3 take away 6 is a negative 3. Now I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. Those cancel. Negative over negative is positive. So 8/3 should be my final answer for that one. Okay, this one I'm going to have to distribute both sides first. So let's go ahead and do that. So 2x minus 6 equals, distribute that 5, 10x plus 30. All right, I'm going to subtract 2x this time on both sides. Bring down the minus 6 equals 8x plus 30. Now I'm going to subtract 30 on both sides. And I get negative 36 is equal to 8x. Now we divide both sides by 8. And x is equal to negative 36 over 8. But I can divide both those by 2 again. Actually, I can divide them by 4. If I divide each by 4, I get negative 9 over 2. And that's my final answer for that one. Okay, so let's get a little more complicated here. This one, I'm going to have to clean up both sides here. I have to distribute this first. So 6x minus 15 plus x equals, distribute this, 4x plus 28, and then minus 4. All right, now both my sides I can clean up a little bit. 6x and 1 makes 7x minus 15 equals 4x, but 28 take away 4 is going to be 24, like that. Now I'm going to subtract 4x on both sides. 7 take away 4 is 3. It's 24. Okay, I'm going to add 15 both sides. Those cancel. Bring down my 3x. 15 and 24 make 39. Divide by 3. And 39 divided by 3 would be 13. So x is equal to 13 for that one. Okay, back to the kind of easy ones again. 7x plus 19 is equal to negative 2x plus 55. Let's go ahead and add 2x to both sides. So we'll get 9x plus 19 is equal to 55. All right, so now I'm going to have to subtract 19 on both sides. Okay, so I'm going to bring down my 9x. Equals, now I need 55 minus 19, so that's going to be 36. Divide by 9. Cancel, and x is equal to 4 for that one. 80 minus 9y is equal to 6y. I'm going to go ahead and add 9y to both sides to see what happens. Cancel. Bring down my 80. 9 and 6 makes 15. So now I need to go ahead and divide 80 divided by 15. And so if I do that, divide both sides by 15. Like that. I need to know what 80 divided by 5 is. And so now I need to divide both of these by 5. So y is equal to 80 over 15. I'm going to divide by 5 on both of them. 80 divided by 5 is 16. And 15 divided by 5 is 3. And so 16/3 would be my final answer for that one. All right, here's one where I need to distribute. I'll distribute that 3. Get rid of parentheses. So 3x plus 3 times 2 is 6. Equals 3x plus 6. Now, I see that both sides are the exact same thing. So if I go subtracting things on both sides, it's eventually going to get to be 0 is equal to 0. So no matter what value I put in for x, it's always going to be true for the left side and the right side together. So since all numbers are true, my answer is all real numbers, like this, because any real number will work. Or you can write the letter R there to stand for the set of real numbers. Either one is fine. All right, this example, distribute. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times negative x is negative 4x plus 3x equals, distribute, negative 2x. That would be a minus 2 when you multiply those together. All right, let's clean this up. A negative 4x and a positive 3x makes a negative 1x. So 4 minus x is equal to negative 2x minus 2. I'm going to choose this time to add 2x to both sides. See what happens. A negative 1 and a positive 2 is going to be a positive 1. So 4 plus x is equal to negative 2. Subtract 4. And x is equal to negative 2. Take away another 4 would be negative 6 for that one. This one we need to distribute both sides. So negative 3x plus 6 equals 6 times 2 is 12. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10x. All right, so I'm going to add 10x to both sides. Let's cancel out. 7x plus 6 is equal to 12. Two-step equation. Subtract 6. Subtract 6. 7x is equal to 6. Divide by 7. And x is equal to 6 over 7. And that one's done. All right, this one. First thing is we're going to distribute this side. 5x minus 10 equals, distribute both of those. Negative 24. That'll be a positive 18x. And then a plus x at the end. Can't forget that guy. All right, let's clean up this side a little bit. So 5x minus 10 equals, I got 18 and another 1 make 19. So I got negative 24 plus 19x. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and subtract 5x on both sides. I got negative 10 is equal to negative 24 plus 19 take away 5 is 14. I'm going to add 24 to both sides. Got to move that over. Negative 10 and 24 make 14. And so now, divide both sides by 14. 14 over 14 is 1. So x is going to be equal to 1. All right, let's see what this next one looks like. If I can get it here. Let's see. All right, this one, I'm going to go ahead and subtract 4x on both sides to move this guy over first. Cancel that. Bring down my negative 7. 6 minus 4 is 2. Still minus 5. I'm going to add 5 to both sides. Cancel. Negative 7 plus 5 is negative 2. Divided by 2. And negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. And so x is equal to negative 1. Okay, this time I got to do some distributing. So negative 2 times 6 and negative 2 times negative 10x. All right, so negative 12 and that'll be a positive 20x, equals, distribute over here on this side, 20x, and then minus 60. So now this is interesting. I have a 20x on both sides. So if I subtract 20x on both sides, like this, what happens is they both cancel out. I bring down my negative 12 equals negative 60. So when the x's cancel out, it's either going to leave a true statement or a false statement. This right here, negative 12 does not equal negative 60. That's false. So when it leaves a false statement, we say it is no solution, or we can use the symbol for the empty set, just like that. And that's going to happen. Sometimes you'll have no solution, sometimes you'll have all real numbers. Just kind of depends on the problem. All right, so we got some distributing going on here. Let's see how this works. Negative out front means you just distribute a -1 to both these guys. And all it's going to do is change the sign. So negative 8x, that'll be a positive 2, equals 3 plus, distribute this. You definitely don't want to say 13, that doesn't work. So 3 plus 10, and then minus 30x. All right, I can combine those together to make 13 now. Luckily, that's a coincidence. Negative 8x plus 2 equals 13 minus 30x. I'm going to go ahead and add 30x to both sides to see what happens. Plus 30x. Cancels there. Negative 8 and 30 makes 22. X plus 2 is equal to 13. Now I'm going to subtract 2 on both sides. And I got 22x is equal to 11. I'm now going to divide both sides by 22. And 11 divided by 22 is actually 1/2. So x equal to 1/2 for that one. A couple more. Let's talk about some fractions. 3/8 x plus 1/2 is equal to, and you got all of this mess. So we have to distribute the 6 to both these guys. So we're going to bring down the 3/8 x plus 1/2 equals. All right, 6 times 1 is 6 divided by 16. Well, 6 divided by 16 is actually going to be 3/8 because you can divide both these by 2. So 3/8x, and then 6 times 3 over here would be a -18. All right, if I subtract 3/8 x on both sides, and some of you may already be looking at this saying, I know what's going to happen. Both of them cancel out, and I now have 1/2 is equal to -18. That is a false statement, and since that's a false statement, there is no solution to that one. All right, and this one, I need to get rid of parentheses, so I need to distribute this minus to both of these guys there. So I have -8x minus 3x minus 6 equals 4 minus x. A -8x and a -3x make -11x. Still minus 6 equals 4 minus x. I'm going to add 11x to both sides. Those cancel. -6 is equal to 4. And then -1 and 11 actually make a positive 10. I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides. Move that over. I get -10 is equal to 10x. Divide by 10. -10 over 10 is -1. And so x is equal to -1. All right, this time I wanted to give you one with decimals in it so you see what to do. If the problem has decimals in it, then it's expected that your answer probably will have decimals in it. We need to distribute this guy first. So I've got 0.5x plus 0.25x, and then 1/4 of 16 would be 4, right? So plus 4, you can, I guess, use your calculator, but 1/4 of 16 is 4. is equal to 4 plus 0.75x. All right, now let's see what happens. A 0.5 and a 0.25x. If you combine these two together, you should get a 0.75x plus 4 equals 4 plus 0.75x. Now, if I look at both sides of that equation, this looks a lot like a property. It looks like the commutative property of addition, because these two terms and these two terms are the same. They've just been switched. See that? So the left side is actually the same thing as the right side, and it's all real numbers, because that's a true statement. Or you can put capital R down. All right, so that's equations with variables on both sides. Remember to like my video and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.